Okay guys, we have completed the drawing here, and now it's about time for us to print out the drawing into a PDF. So to print out the drawing into PDF, what can you do? Just click the printer here, right? The plot symbol and the quick access, or you can click at the icon here and choose print. Right. So once you choose print, sometimes this come out, right? Just select continue with the plot singles file. So as you can see at the plot menu here, we already set the printer here as AutoCAD PDF, and then we already selected the ISO A4 paper. And then to continue, please go to the plot area, what to plot red, change into window. All right. When we are here, please remember you need to choose the borderline, right? Not on the paper. This is borderline, as you can see here, right? And this is the A4 paper that we draw. So at any time when you printing a technical drawing, please select from borderline, left below borderline to right borderline. Right. Reminder again, not the paper, but then select the borderline. Right. Once you selected, please set the center the plot, and then for now, please select fit to paper. Actually, we can skip out the paper, right, to our required scale drawing, and we will learn this next time. And then again, make sure it is landscape, because drawing is actually landscape, right? So to continue, before that, please press preview, and there you are. So once we have this, when we are satisfied with the printing, you can either continue to plot by pressing here, or let's say you want to go back to the setup just now, please press close preview window, and you have this, and you can press OK. Right. So since it's a PDF, it will ask you where to save the file, and then you save. And there you are. All right. Okay, so to submit your work in the e-learn, right? So this should be your e-learn menu, right? So I just go click the under student preview. Right. So your project will be under project and assignment. Click this one here, and then you'll find exercise 1, line exercise here. Click. Right. So this exercise will have 3 marks here, and then you need to attach the file that you created just now. Right. So browse my computer. So where is my file just now? Right. Once you have done, right, you don't have to comment anything. You can comment if you want to, no problem. All right, and then just click submit. All right. Once you click submit, you need to wait a bit. All right. Okay. If the bigger the file, then sometimes a longer it will take. Right. Once you have done, then click OK here. You see OK here? Click OK, and that's it. You're done. Right. So you can check under my grade that you actually submitted the work. See, under your my grade. So the work is actually submitted. So this is actually waiting for marking by me, right? So I will mark your work, and then you get your grade once your work is submitted. Work is marked, right? All right. So the second exercise is a continuation of what we did today, right? But then what we're going to learn on the second part of the tutorial, right, is about the view palette, right? Tool palettes, and also hatches and gradient, right? So the first step you need to do, first, I want you to copy this whole data block here. Copy this whole drawing here, right? Click. Okay, so I want to make it to a straight line, so just press F8 and click there. Right. So we have this, and then I want you to delete everything that is inside here. Okay. Right. So change this to exercise 2. For next week, I'm expecting a different data block, your own personal data block. All right. So I want to see how creative you guys will be with the data block. If you don't know what is data block, how to see the block, just Google in the internet, right? A3 or A2 data block. Then you can see so many types of data block they can use. All right. In fact, in industry, right, different company they have their own data block. They have their own trademark. All right. So so this is exercise 2. I'm going to name a bit. So this one will be palette. Right. All right. So the next step of this exercise, I'm going to introduce you guys with the array drawing. All right. So the next step, I want you to create a box here. Right. Just a simple box. Probably the size about 60 times 50, probably. Right. Roughly about 60 times 50. Roughly. Right. So the next one, I will introduce guys with the array here. Click array and click the box and press spacebar. Then you get this. All right. So array actually an automated function to create a repeated drawing objects. Right. There is many type of array. If you look here, right, there is a lot of type here. There is a rectangular. There is a linear. Right. So I want to adjust this a bit. Right. Make it inside. All right, and then you can check, you can adjust the distance between the box by clicking the middle triangle there. Oh, my mouse actually problem. All right, okay, there you are. All right, click the triangle in the middle, click, and then you can check, you can set the box in the middle there. All right, so this array. So array actually functional as you want to draw a staircase. Right, staircase, repeated lines on the staircase, or you want to create a texture, right? Repeated lines of texture, even like a polar means a radial, right? Or you can even using a lines, right, or curve to make a repeated object, right? So you will learn that. We learn that at advanced level, right? So so we have this. So we're going to fill all this box here with a few things of what we're going to learn after this, right? And then we're going to name this underneath, right? So that will be your exercise submission for next week. Right? So before we do this, I'm going to copy this completed data block here. There you go. So the first paper here, the first data block here, we will fill with two palettes, and the second one we will fill with hatches and gradient, right? So what is two palettes? I'm going to show two palettes. So click the view here, okay, and you'll find it here, tool palettes. Okay. There you are. And when you have this, please click on architecture. All right, click on architecture. Then you find that there's a lot of built-in block inside AutoCAD. Right. So if you want to use this, do not use imperial. They have imperial on top and metric at the bottom. So please use metric. You have to be careful with this, huh? Or else you put the imperial, then the size will be different. All right. So this is actually what AutoCAD is all about. Right. Why AutoCAD is one of the fastest drawing method? Because we'll be using lots of blocks. We'll be using a lot of templates. Right. So everything that we're creating, actually we will not depend on 100% creating new drawing. All right. So example, if we're doing the interior, so there will be blocks of furnitures, blocks of lighting appliances, all right, blocks of materials. All right. So what we're going to do, we just apply and apply. All right. So in this subject, especially when you go for interior design drawing, after this, right, that will be your final project. So it's okay to use blocks or template for any drawing, as long you produce the design of the interior, right? Because come to think of it, it is actually ridiculous to draw one by one. Let's say you have 10 furnitures or 12 furnitures in your design, and then if you want to if you need to draw all of this, and then that's going to be taking so much time, isn't it? Unless if you have a customized furnitures or customized lighting system, right? Then probably you need to draw that. But I'm sure by that time you are familiar with AutoCAD. You are get used to it, and then I'm sure by that time you will find AutoCAD actually an easy software to use. All right, let's try the first one here. Okay, so we will begin. Okay, I'm going to use the vehicle metric here. All right, so I'm going to click this metric, click this one here. All right, so where is it? Where's the vehicle? There should be a car, isn't it? I'm zoom out. There you are. All right, there's the car. Okay, and I'm going to click anywhere here. All right. Okay, please look at this. This is a quite important lesson for you guys. All right, take a look. The different size of the car and the paper. Right? Why the car is so much bigger than the A4 paper here? Because that's what is the reality, isn't it? If you take A4 paper and put at the side of the car, this is actually what will happen, right? So this is actually to prove what you draw in model space is actually the scale is 1:1, the real size. All right. So if you measure the proper measurement in metric just now, right, and between the paper and the car, we will show you actually its actual size object, right? So to enable to put the car inside the paper, we need to scale this. All right. So just go to home, choose scale, or you can just start in SC for scale. Short form, huh? The shortcut is SC. Press spacebar, press object, all right? All right, once you're done, press object, press spacebar again to show that you is finish the selection. And then the command panel will ask you specify base point. So just click anywhere as a base point, right? And type in 0.01. 0.01 means we are scaling down the object. If we put 2, it means it's double up, right? So 0.01, press enter. Right, there you are. So the car actually scale down to 0.01%. Right, so I'm going to pick this car now. Okay. And put it inside the box here. Right. Then I'm going to name this. Right, so the text will be about form. vehicle. All right. I'm done. Again, close the text editor. So I got this one here. So this is one of the tool palettes. Right. So you still have more here, right? 8 more box to fill in, right? So let's talk about these two palettes here. Actually, it's same with the rest as well, right? So once you click the tool palettes, example from the car, you'll find that there is a drawing of a car, and then you will find a square, blue square here, and also upside down triangle, right? So the blue square is enable us to move around the object. So this is similar with insertion point, right? But the upside down triangle will give you an option for more of the palette here. Example, let's say here this you have a sport car side. You can change this to top, right? Or you can change this to front, okay? Or you will change to something else, like they have even truck here. Okay, that's why I put in their vehicle, not cars. All right, there's a purpose. Right. So you can even have a truck rear and so on. So I would choose podcast top. All right, it look much cooler this way. All right. Same with the rest. Example like let's say tree. You have tree here. Right. Click this and scale down. Back. Let the specify base point. So remember 0.01. There you are. So same thing with the car just now. If you click the tree, right, there's a rectangular, there is a box of blue colors and upside down triangle. You click this, you get more options of the trees. Right? Example like shrub elevations, palm elevation, there you are. Right? Evergreen elevations, and many more. Right? The dishes. Right? This. And I'm going to show another one is the toilet. Right. Okay, this time we'll do this a bit different. All right. As if you look at the command panel at the bottom right, when you pick the two palettes here, right, there will be an option: base point, scale, and rotate. Right. Base point is where actually your cursor lock into the object. That is a base point. Scale is to allow us to change the scale of the object, and rotate is to change the rotation, right? So right now I'm going to change the scale, so I press S, right? And then I put in there 0.01. I think it's a bit slightly smaller. I think there you are. So there's another option where actually you can change the scale of the object within the selection of from the tool palettes. Right, I think the scale is too a bit small. Let's scale this double a bit. All right. I press 2, make it double. All right, there you are. So same thing with the cars and also the plant just now. You will find this. So you can change to a lot more. All right. Pull chain, plan, or pull chain elevation side. Again. And the rest. Okay. So, and then next, name all this. Why you have to name it? Because this is also a part of exercise for you guys, right? Okay, so this will be trees, tree, or plant, right? And this will be toilet. All right. So your task right now, fill up all the 9 boxes here. All right. And then this is to be submitted next week. I think this will take about 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? And then you can straight away submit if you are completed. I will gonna open the e-learn exercise right away after this. Okay. Any questions so far before we go to the last part of today's tutorial? Any more question? You guys there, right? Because I can't see you, so I need to depend on your feedback. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. The last one. All right. So the last one is hatches and gradients. All right. So this is also a bit simple. Right. Just that it is complicated, but don't worry, we're going to have a video, so you guys can refer to the video later. Right. So the last one is the hatches and gradient. All right. So where is hatches again? And gradient is actually here under draw. You see that hatches, hatch. So what you're going to do, just click the hatch. All right, there you are. Then you have this. All right. So this is where the pattern of hatches that you can use, right? You know what is hatches, right? You remember when you did your architecture graphic, all material in architecture there'll be hatch. Example, flooring, or example like brick wall. They have the hatches, isn't it? All right. So to get the more selection, click at the arrow here, bottom arrow, click. And you have a lot more here, right? So these materials, we have a solid hatches, we have ANSI, angle hatches, we have bricks, concrete. Okay, I'm going to pick up concrete here, all right? And then I'm going to choose this one here. Okay, I'm going to create this, right? So I think the concrete scale is about 0. That's where I think. Yeah. Click the scale. So this is actually where we set the scale of the hatches. You must remember, different hatches, they probably have a different scale. Right? Sometimes you click the hatches when you apply, and it's all like a solid color. But that is because actually the scale is too small, either too small, or probably you don't see anything. Right? So you can't see anything because the scale is probably too big. So you need to, once you apply the hatches, you need to work on the scale. Right? If you can't see this, try to make a changes probably to 0.5, all right, or 5. Okay, then you get the proper hatches here. All right. So once you have done, click close hatch creations. All right. So next, I want you to name this. All right. So I'm going to just copy this from the right here, because they already have a designated text size with a designated font. So we just copy this. So this one, I'm going to change this to concrete. Okay. So you have a few more. You have 8 more box. Right. So I want you guys to play around with this. Right. Fill this up, and this is actually for next week submission. Right. You can use example like a lot more actually. You find more example like a parquet here. Click parquet. All right. You can even try to make it slightly smaller, 0.5 probably. Oh, that's big. Okay, 0.05. Right, and then you can change the angle. Right, you can change the angle here or what you want. Right, and so on. Right, and once you have done, don't forget click the close hatch creation. Let's say I already applied this hatch, but then I want to change to something else, right? It's a wrong hatches, let's say. So what you have to do, just double click the hatch here. So double click the hatch, then go and select to the different things. Example like a roof here, roof tile here, right? Once you're done, click again, close hatch editor, and we're done, right? And then the next one is a gradient. So this is a hatch, right? We have another one which is a gradient. So if you look at the function here, right, you can click the arrow to the bottom here, then you see the gradient. So gradient, frankly, we use it most on the presentation, or if you, let's say you want to color the object as a solid color, example like the color of wall, brick wall interior, right? Usually we color as a solid black, isn't it? So we can use the gradient as well. So this is gradient. As you can see, the gradient, we have linear gradient. So it will be an option here, same as like the hatches just now, right? So we can have either, that's why it's a sphere gradients, linear gradients, right? We can pick this up and we can apply here, right? And under gradient, you can pick the color that you want to use. Example like this one, this is actually the blue and yellow, isn't it? You can change this, let's say brown and yellow, let's say, right? And close hash and gradient.